The last thing I want to speak to you about is we as the group that are trying to protect the heritage of a particular animal called the American Pit Bull Terrier, is that there's lots of you that hold back talking good sense dogs because you're worried about the aftermath. And there's even some folks from ADBA that is preaching that also. And so I want you to understand that you're an American. And you can tell them to go jump in the lake because our dogs were created for specifically to have a battle inside a square called a pit. And lots of people think since we start talking about the square that we have to be promoting dogfighting, and that's a lie. We don't have to promote dogfighting at all. The analogy I always use, not always, but most of the time, is that a few miles down the road down here is a state called Pennsylvania. And if you get farther down closer to Washington area, Philadelphia area, there's a place called Gettysburg. And you know, all of us are probably descendants of some of those folks that were involved in it. And do you realize almost 1 million Americans died in 3 days? You know, that's 1 million people died in 3 days. That's your heritage. There are people that even as far over as Oklahoma that buy actual uniforms, the authentic sabers, pistols, rifles, all that sort of stuff, to even talk about it. Their intent is not to kill other people or hack up people with their swords and their bayonets and stuff. It's their heritage. It was a terrible thing. It was an awful battle, along with an awful war, but it's our heritage. And so when I start talking about the square and how that applies to the confirmation of our dogs, I want you to understand that when you start talking about it, if someone says, well, you're promoting dogfighting, you say, go jump in the lake. That's where the dog came from. This is their heritage. And this is my dog, and this is my heritage. And because you're so small-minded that you can't grasp it, you need to go jump in the lake and leave me alone. You don't need to call them names, and you don't need to do any of that stuff. Stand up for who you are and what you are as representatives of the American Pit Bull Terrier. I say all that because I'm trying to encourage you that the negative side is down. They want us, what they want us to do is when we bring our dogs in, that they won't respond to other strange dogs at all. They want big-headed, great big bone, fat, flat-back dogs that look like AKC show dogs, and that is why they want it done that way. If you've ever noticed that the AKC version of our dog is that he was designed for and bred by doctors, lawyers, and all that other sort of stuff. And my point with their standard is their standard was developed by doctors, lawyers, and businessmen. If you look at our standard, and I'm talking about our standard, ADBA's certified standard, it was developed by people from the square. Because when I say Greenwood, or I say Heinzel, or I say Al Brown, or I say Earl Tudor, and I can just keep going on and on. These were the folks that made our standard. Actual people that know what the dog is bred for. Not doctors and lawyers that have great fantasy about what is good and, oh, we got to have all this tremendous bone. No, we don't. We need it balanced. And we don't need dogs that are big flat-back dogs with muscles all over everywhere. We need dogs that are agile. Could you imagine putting 60 or 70 pounds on Sugar Ray?